shout out.
Hey, yo.
What a maneuver! Mamma mia! Mamma mia! Are you kidding me?
The irresistible force meeting the
Yo, you already know who it is by the sound of my voice. That's right, it's your boy, Mr. 6'9", JT, back in his piece once again. And of course, I am joined by the co-wholesale Cheech. What's going on, Bobby?
Yo, what's going on, guys? We back at it again. Another week. It was a crazy Sunday. It's Rumble week, right? Let's get it.
Yes, Rumble, a Royale with cheese, the Rumble before the Rumble, all that. Of course, we are joined by the official intern, Mr. Casanova. What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, man. The weather sucks, but I got 3 letters for you guys, man. GCW. Wow. That's all I got. It's beautiful.
Big wow indeed. First of all, make sure y'all definitely are following us on all our platforms, whether it be Twitter, the Book of Faces, IG, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, iHeartRadio. The list goes on and on. Look, we're available everywhere. YouTube is the name of the show. If you're listening to it or you watching us right now, you can spell that shit. So with that being said, let's hop right into this, man. Look, crazy ass week. We had shit that went on last week. We had GCW happen this Sunday. We got the Rumble coming up. We got some predictions for y'all. We got another interview dropping this week. Make sure y'all definitely go tune in to that Jocelyn Navarro and Isaiah Brunner interview that we dropped. Talk Your Shit Thursday. Another one coming up this week. Keep that on the hush. We'll let y'all know this week. But boom, 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 boom. Yo. Talk to me, man. What popped off on Raw, L Cheats? Because I know you had a lot to say. Graduation segments, all this stuff. Yo, what's popping?
Raw. I didn't really watch that. I don't know what makes you think that I watched Raw, but yeah, I'm not. To be honest, I'm not even pretty aware of what transpired on Monday, other than, the exchange between Brock and lastly. Why don't you fill me in on that graduation shit? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so basically what happened inside this segment, they were having like this graduation ceremony for the Alpha.
Being Chad Gable and Otis, right?
Yeah, Otis.
Well, they're the champions. I was wondering what we're talking about, but yeah, they are the champions.
Yeah.
So how they ended up with the gowns again?
I mean, graduation ceremony. I mean, Chad Gable put it on, for Otis, as far as graduating from the academy, from a boy to a man, from a student. Now we could be a teacher. I mean, that type of ordeal. Matt Riddle came out with the whole, goofiness or whatever. RKO out of nowhere, per usual. The end of the story. Randy Orton and Matt Riddle end up in the cap and gowns. I cannot wait till Randy Orton turns on Matt Riddle. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah, that would be a nice WrestleMania match if it go that route. You know what I mean? Because it's too predictable. You know how Vince like predictability.
I mean, it's very, very predictable, man. Like they've been feeding it to us this whole entire week. Well, these last few months, I should say. Also, what popped off on Raw? You had the ones. Yeah, that's right. The Usos come through. They came through, whatever, and finally got that attack off on Seth Rollins. Did they think? What else popped off on Raw over there, Michelangelo? That was noteworthy.
I don't know, honestly, man. I mean, I wasn't really impressed by it. Like, I mean, I enjoyed, the conversation between Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. I think they got, great on-air chemistry together. Not sure where it's going, but, one thinks that he's going to win the Rumble, and then the other thinks that he's going to challenge him for the title. So we'll see, but I don't really see that happening right now.
Nah, I don't see it either. There's a lot of things I don't see. I mean, you had the Alexa Bliss segment. I guess it's the way of them, kind of, moving from the character that she had with Bray Wyatt. I guess she gonna go back into, Alexa Bliss from before. You know, she's a little bit unhinged, unstable, whatever. I mean,
What,
whatever
what,
you
what you
got.
mean? What you mean? Like, I think that character's still on.
I,
to me,
I
to
don't know,
me,
B.
to me, Saturday. To me, Saturday. Some people might be, you know, they might be on for a surprise, man.
Oh,
Yeah, man. I don't think, like she said, she even said it. Trust the process. You know what I mean?
I haven't really
Let's
gotten to
see.
read my cheat sheet yet, so I mean, I'm sure I'll figure something out by the end of the week. But you never know anymore because it just seems like Vince McMahon is always just doing some random ass shit, and his little conversation with Austin Theory is going on again, and I mean,
He's going
it's kind
for
of.
a push. Supposedly, he's gonna be looking good.
I
This
think they
Sunday,
need to drop that
Saturday.
whole weird shit backstage, though. Personally,
hold on. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. Yo. If y'all do
Coffee.
not know, I gotta go in and put this out here. Make sure y'all are following the homies, the Dirty Hills. Make sure you following Kofi Weeson. He's inside the building. Make sure y'all definitely check him out on Twitch. Always gaming and shit. Check them boys out. Put that picture of my cousin back at the almost. Yeah, my cousin almost or whatever. Listen, I don't know. First of all, I don't know why he had to do Reggie like this. Um, Number two, they broke him away way too early from AJ Styles. I mean, you can,
I know.
you know what I'm saying? So they broke him away from AJ Styles way too easy. Looks like Reggie is going to be in the mix of just doing the job. I'm not sure if he's going to get that 24/7 championship back, uh, but definitely, definitely a moment, I guess. And I don't know where we go from here. With almost, I mean, I don't really see him winning the Rumble, but we'll talk about the Rumble predictions a little bit later. What else popped off on Raw? Did we pop pretty much the moments that were out there? I mean, Damien Priest got pinned, which is like the first time in forever.
Yeah, definitely. And who beat him? Owens.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. So let's see what happens. About that. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be leading into something. You know what I mean? But I like him as a heel better than that, and just pretty much. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? That Saturday, first time ever. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, been following for a long time, regardless of the outcome, perhaps. This is big, man. Even though, yeah, they kind of shitted on Impact. They didn't, when he was running shot down there, they didn't really put that on TV. But I mean, that still don't take about the merit about the type of match we gonna have, you know, this coming Saturday.
I was actually just gonna say that too because I mean they're advertising Mickey James as the women's knockouts champion, and they don't say nothing about Bobby Lashley and his accomplishments over there. I mean they kind of should because they're already doing it for her. So
Yeah, but according to supposedly they didn't even know, what I mean, when they reached out that she was with another company. So they say she was with, she had a belt. You feel me? So, which makes sense because, like you said, after that they haven't mentioned anything. After that, you know what I mean? They probably said it, but I don't know. Hopefully they go forward with it. We still see moves, you know what I mean? Putting shit on social media. So let's see, you know what I mean? What happens? You know what I mean?
man, anything could pop off at this moment. Speaking of popping off, listen, a lot of people popped off this past week because they decided to change Walter's name to Guther.
That motherfucker, Walter. Ah, man. Ru- Ruff a lot of feathers. Ruff a lot of feathers.
Yeah, it ruffed a lot of feathers, man. But my whole thing was, And I went on like a little small rant on Twitter, right? A lot of people got upset. I mean, it was good to see, Roger Strong and Guther, Walter, whatever you want to call him. Listen, at the end of the day,
I'm gonna call him Clay. Mm-hmm. That's right. I say Clay.
Get out of here.
That's right.
he always
That's
gonna
right.
be
He gonna
Walter to
always
me.
be Clay to me. I don't give a fuck what chain name to. He is Clay. He Clay to me.
So he always gonna be Walter to me at the end of the day. But people got mad with the name change, and I understand the history behind it. I mean, apparently, not apparently, I mean, it's fact. I mean, they trademarked the name after a former general in the Nazi army. And here's where I have a disconnect with wrestling fans versus realism, right? You go watch a movie, and that actor plays a character. And that actor plays a character of someone who may have been heinous or done some heinous things. You don't say, hey, fuck Warner Brothers, fuck Lionsgate, fuck Regal Cinemas for showing the movie. I mean, we know that this person is portraying a character. I mean, damn, Forrest Gump was named after General Bedford Forrest, the creator and founder of the KKK, but yet I didn't see anybody boycotting Forrest Gump. I mean, but these are just jokes at the same time. But I understand people's, uproar and rage. But where was all this uproar and rage when the WWE put out the Mexicals, right? And that
Bro,
right there,
no, listen. When they put Virgil with Teddy DiBiase, you know what I mean? What happened there? When
yeah,
we had
come
the
on,
one
get
man
started.
gang, you had the one man gang
Yeah,
getting jazzing and dodging and jiving as the African dream.
Akeem, the American Dream.
no,
You know
no,
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Akeem, the African Dream.
Dream. Yeah.
What was all this outrage at? Because we had
Wait. I got the top one. When
what's that?
DX was doing the mimic of Nation of Domination and X-Pac had blackface on when he was portraying Mark Henry, and they called him Bizarre or whatever the fuck it was.
I mean, literally,
Yeah.
where was all this? I mean, I can keep going on. I mean, they had Tony Atlas as Saba Simba. I mean, I could keep going on with the names. I mean, Chief J Strongbow. I mean, there's a lot of gimmicks. Vladimir Klasov. What's the name of the one from? You had the Iron Sheik. I mean, all these
Yeah,
gimmicks.
but I don't know if you remember Mohammed Al Hassan.
Yeah,
He was
Muhammad.
he was Italian. He was
Yeah,
Italian, my dude, and he looked the part. So it's like you couldn't play something because it's like they always want to box you in. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And that's the problem that WWE always seems to have. You know what I mean?
But my whole thing is, what was all this chest at? Where's all this outrage at?
Well,
I
there's
mean,
social media now, so everybody have
yeah,
an opinion. Back
yeah,
then, you got the letters, and of course, the letters are probably like
Throw it
hate
in the
mail.
shredder and be done with it.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah. But I'm
but
not gonna hang on it too long, bro. But I feel it. Like I kind of feel like some of this is probably general heat. Some of it is just people who hop on the bandwagon, but they end up disbanding the trademark. So they disband the trademark. Whether he's Walter this week on NXT or Gerthu, that's
yeah,
still wait to be seen.
people just need to.
Sit your dumb ass down and shut.
Yeah, I mean, at
Just
the end
watch
of the
wrestling
day,
and enjoy it. It's not that hard. It really isn't. Just either watch it or you don't fucking watch it. It's that simple.
I mean, the main part y'all got to understand, like these are fucking characters. Like, do you really think that Sonny Kiss' real name is Sonny Kiss? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really think like some of these people portray characters, some of these people portray an extension of themselves. I mean, they're characters at the end of the day. All right, keep it pushing, keep it moving.
I was gonna say
Speaking,
Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette's pretty much himself all the time, but that's a topic for another day.
yeah, that's a whole nother topic. Speaking of keeping it pushing to keep it moving, what else popped off? I'm trying to think NXT wise. Not that was pretty much it. I mean, what we had the whole coffin angle right here. You know, rest in peace to Pete Dunne. Tony D'Angelo is a beast. I like this guy. I really.
Why? Why?
Speak on that,
What?
LT. Speak on that.
Yo, money. No, man. Okay, Pete Dunne, I understand, but you gotta go through this whole funeral thing. Like, can't be creative. You know what I mean? How many times have we seen something like similar? You know what I mean? And this is supposed to be 2.0, new flavor in your ear, and you're gonna give me this bullshit. You know what I mean? And hey, I like them. Little mafioso. Nuncio. Oh, bullshit. You know what I mean? But like, come on, man. It's just sometimes it just, what I mean, don't make no fucking sense, you know what I mean, with the way they do stuff like that.
It don't. It really don't. But sometimes, you just gotta roll with the punches. I guess. I mean, it was to me. I mean, it's not that we didn't see this before. What was it with Austin and The Rock? We seen the funeral service. Um, Big Show and Big Boss Man. I mean, they literally drug Big Show out on the casket. Like, yeah, I kind of felt like that was overdone. I mean, but it's 2.0, right? I mean, that's the shit, right? Speaking of pushing and keeping it moving, yo, we had the return of John Moxley. John Moxley came back and he looked good. He looked good. I mean, couple months off does real good for you. Look at that, man. I mean, face a little bit slimmer, look like his hair growing back in the middle. I don't know if he using the same shit LeBron using, but like his hair growing back nice. His hairline starting to form and shit. So shout out to Mox. But then there was a dumbass fan that said something on the lines of what was it? Someone get this drunk out the ring, and basically Moxley was like,
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
I mean, I mean, basically saying, "Yo, someone get that guy the fuck out of here." I mean, but I liked it. It was unexpected. I mean, yet they gonna have to pay that fine, but it definitely gave that rawness to what AEW does with the characters. Um, but
Yeah. What you like that? Let's say there was a little controversy due to one Bully Ray.
mm, mm, mm.
Um, he loved to steer shit, and so I guess he made a comment on Busted Open. On talking about that he should have. In other words, like the promo would have been better if he would have had apologized. And I guess other people took it different, but other people, of course, just hung on to that exact words, and they didn't like it. All the way from his wife to Paige, to every other fan, and he was trending for almost 24 hours. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And he likes to turn up the heat, brother. But I wasn't too
He
much
always he
like,
always takes it to the extreme.
yeah. So I wasn't too much like hurt. I understand, people do have battles and rehab, and it's something serious, but it's wrestling, and it's a great line. So I wasn't too much, like, oh my god. What about you, JT?
I mean, at the end of the day, bro,
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
I'm just gonna leave it there. Like, listen, if I'm just coming back and this is my first time addressing the crowd, and then you got some bullshit with a fan saying what he said, like, honestly, if it was me, I probably would have said the same thing. Like, regardless if I'm on television or not on television, like, I'm making my return. This is the first thing that I'm getting ready to say on the mic, getting ready to talk to these people I ain't seen in months. And then you got this heckler talking shit.
I
Yeah.
know. John was
Ain't
like,
nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
you ain't
Ain't nobody,
playing.
ain't nobody got time for that shit. But, you know, at at all. I mean, but far as apologize for what? For what? Why am I apologizing? It's not like it's not like I walked up and I punched dude in the jaw. Like I didn't do that. I didn't check him or anything like that for being a line stepper, a habitual line stepper at that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't grab him by the neck. I just told him to go fuck himself and get the fuck out of here. And the thing is about it, like it could have been a whole lot worse. Like he could have actually saw who dude was and waited after the show. Like it could have been worse. And it's not like AEW caters to children. They cater to adults.
Yeah.
They're TV 14, which means 14 and up. And so far as apologizing, nah. This is WWE. I see that.
Yeah, but for that fan and for Bubba Ray,
Congratulations, you played yourself. Congratulations.
double
Yeah,
congratulations.
you never heard anybody apologizing on a Def Comedy Jam back in the day for like just telling jokes, doing some snaps. You never heard none of that shit, man. When they ripped on somebody back in those days, that was the end all be all. So people just need to get over their bullshit and get off their high horse.
Yeah. So I guess moving on from let's say from what transpired there. Once he got out the ring, he's heading back, and there's one Brian Danielson clapping, waiting for him, man. What y'all thought about that visual?
Oh boy. Listen, I'm gonna let Mike Angelo go first. I'm gonna let you touch on the cheat, and I'm gonna bring it home. All right, because I got some shit to say.
No,
As
just go in.
I got
Unless,
I got some shit to say. As Dre the Juice Man would say, listen, if you've seen him at all, make sure you hit us up inside the DMs. Let us know. You will find him sipping on the juice box, no straw, just the box in his mouth. Slide into the DMs. Let us know if you see him. But nah, I got something to say. I got something to say. All right. Here's my thing. Stop recreating matches that I've seen before.
mm,
Stop recreating storylines that I've seen before. All right. Stop. Okay. If I'm not sure if that's where they're headed, but if they're headed that direction, do I want to see the match in AEW? No, to be honest, because I've seen it twice over. You know what I'm saying? And being that I've seen it twice over, it's like I honestly don't understand the reason for seeing this again. I mean, yeah, it's cool for the new audience that are coming in, tuning in on TBS and things like that. You got recognizable faces from the company, which is going to drag in more people to see your show. I understand the business side of it. I understand that 100%. But to all the boys and girls in the locker room that's had to take a back seat and have to suffer being on Dark and Dark Elevation and Rampage, and they half the time they barely even get the chance to make it on Rampage because someone else signed the contract. If I want to see a feud, have a feud with somebody that I have not seen him feud with before.
yeah.
Whether that be
You know what?
WWE, Indies, or whatever.
Yeah. Medium Daddy Cool yesterday was, we were exchanging, and he mentioned that about, he didn't dislike it. I didn't see nothing to it because to me, the way I saw it now is BD, he's the heel. Now John is the face, so I didn't see too much into it. But now hearing you, like, you know what I'm saying? Do I want to watch it again now thinking about it? No, I mean, we don't need to. I wouldn't mind watching it. I don't care. But, I mean, they got so much, talent, you know what I mean? That I don't know. It's
Anybody
gonna
seen
be
Brian
handsome.
Cage?
Oh, Brian Case out the door. He's out the door.
Speaking of out the door, Leo Rush getting ready to become a free agent. You know,
Can he keep a job?
no, he can keep a job. It's just I think it was more so moral and principle for him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
definitely walks by the beat by his own beat of his own drum. Like he straight don't give a fuck type of mentality. Like
and that's what I like
no
about him.
no filter. And that's you gotta respect him for that. Most definitely gotta respect him for that.
Hold on, 1 second, 1 second. Yo, we got Joe Fo in the rain.
Too sweet me, Joe, folk.
Just our fucking opinion. Make sure y'all follow No Boys. Listen, they drop an episode every week. They drop hot exclusive interviews. Make sure y'all check them out as well. But listen, back to what I was saying. Like I just kind of feel like at this point, and it's not a knock at them, but how many people from the initial launch of AEW do you actually see besides the Bucks and Cody and all that shit? How many of them people you actually see on TV?
Marcus Stan, he's gone. He
Um,
popped up yesterday at GCW. Joey Janela contract is due in May. So I mean, he already, he's gonna be alright. He got the spring break and all that
yeah,
stuff.
good. It's gonna be good.
You know what I mean? As you could say, Brian Cage. You know what I mean? Like people were going like, yeah, he should have been booked better. Definitely, we seen him in Lucha Underground and Impact. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It just the way it is. They don't probably have something for you, and they need to get their thing together and shit. But I think Brian Cage perhaps now is his time to go up to the Fed. You know what I mean? Cause he got the stature, and you know what I mean, and see what happens. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of opportunities out there. You know what I'm saying for them guys.
Yeah, it's
That's the good thing about
opportunity
being an
everywhere.
independent contractor. You could pretty much go wherever you want, take whatever bookings you want. I mean, he already knows his self worth and his worth within the industry. So I'm sure he'll make a pretty damn big bag out of all of this at the end of the day. So he's not worried.
Nah, I don't see him being worried. Other things popped off on Dynamite. Let's see. You had CM Punk with MJF scarf. Oh my gosh, he has the scarf. Oh
No,
god.
and it's funny because what I mean he actually beat uh
Oh,
the
Sean Spears.
chairman,
Sean Spears.
yeah,
What?
in less than 10 seconds.
Less than 10. Less than 10.
Yeah,
Listen.
that's it.
Listen here,
That's
bro. And you know where I'm going with this.
yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna pull up the tweet that I'm not gonna pull it up. I'm not gonna jump on the fact that he left the Fed because of being misused and not being able to, progress. All of this. I'm not gonna bring that up. I'm not gonna bring up the fact that you had a perfect angle going with Cody Rhodes with the whole chairman angle, and then it completely flustered and flopped like after a month. No, I'm not gonna touch on that either. You are playing the same position just for a different company. Okay, my G? You ain't changed nothing but your first and last name. You the same person. You taking L's to everybody. Everybody. Anybody and everybody. And that's no knock at you, but you could have did that shit where you was at.
This bitch.
I wonder if
mean,
he's taking L's. I wonder if he's taking L's for more money though in AEW as opposed to what he was making in WWE. I mean,
shit.
I don't know what his salary is there.
Listen. Even if it is for $1 more, it's the same job. Listen, a hamburger is a hamburger. Okay, listen. A BK stacker ain't nothing but the fucking Big Mac. All right, it's the same sandwich. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles on a sesame seed bun. It's the
He ain't lying.
same thing. Same exact thing, bro. I mean, look, they got the golden arches. I have the golden arch. It's the same damn thing. He ain't done nothing different besides hit Cody with a chair. That's it. I mean, you might as well bring this back. You might as well I'm done. Go ahead, bro. I'm done.
I don't got nothing after that one. I think you just like blew everything out of the water on that.
It's the same damn thing, bro. I mean, you ain't did nothing.
Where's Fat Joe at when you need him?
You've done nothing at all. And the thing is, he's been with AEW since AEW Lunch, right?
Pretty much.
Since its inception, okay? And I could say the same thing about my boy Scorpio Sky.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
If you want to look at it that way, he was part of SCU. He was basically, one of the background guys, and now he's basically one of the background guys for Dan Lambert. So I mean, he's got the same role pretty much. He's not standing out amongst everybody else. He's still in the back.
Yeah, it's a damn shame how they funneled the bag with Scorpio Sky.
Okay, but let's keep it 100. I didn't think we talked. The fact that CM Punk and Maxwell are recreating the same storyline that he had with Jericho last year. You know what I mean? Like he had to go to one person to get to, the payoff. Like that Wardlow looked good, but why did he have to lose? You know what I'm saying? Because now you got like intervene on other storylines, which is Wardlow and MJF. You know what I mean? What's Punk gonna happen? Whatever. So that was a little disconnect for me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, excuse me, they should have done better with that. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. Then you had Neville. We ain't calling him Pop, y'all Pop Pack, none of that shit. It's Neville to the day that he retires. He always gonna be Neville. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I seen that card come up and it said Justice, you already know what ran through my mind. Matthew Justice. I'm like, yo, what if Matthew Justice pops up and he link up with Neville? Like, I mean, that'll be dope. Speaking of that, that'll be dope as shit, right?
What?
Also popping off on Dynamite, you had Sting. Sting and Stang and Darby Allin going up against the Acclaimed. Two grown man going through a golf phase. And man, I was happy as a pig and shit when I seen Sting put Matt Caster through that table. Now, don't get me wrong. Sting's 62, 64, somewhere around there in the middle. I don't know. The fact that Sting is out here, jumping off the stage or whatever and going through tables, that right there is impressive. I mean, someone put the comment out there that Sting has become like the new Ric Flair, when Ric Flair was like in, towards the tail end of his, of his wrestling career, putting on matches. I mean, whether you agree with it or disagree, I'm not gonna say the greatness of it, but the fact that he's out there still doing it, yeah, kudos to him.
Any days that Max Caster gets fucked up, I'm happy. So I don't really care if he went through a table. He can go through 10 tables. I'll be happy to see that.
Yeah, I ain't even tripping, man. But yeah, that part was okay. I mean, seeing that go on. Also, what else popped off on Dynamite? You had Adam Cole, baby, go over Orange Cassidy, which I wasn't, It wasn't like I was expecting anything different.
Wasn't a tag team. It was a
Yeah,
tag
it
team.
was
Him
like
Yeah,
and
he had
wife.
he had wifey in the match with him.
yeah, mixed tag. It's a
Mm.
mixed tag match or whatever. I like it. You know, they got merch out together. I mean, this is something that would have never happened. You know, underneath the WWE umbrella, possibly. I don't know. I mean, maybe Britt would have signed with NXT, but she's at where she needs to be at. I mean,
You
so
know what was actually different about this match though? He wasn't kissed by the Young Bucks, but he was kissed by his woman this time.
I mean, that's good. I mean, we can always throw thumbs up to that. That's great. I mean, any day
Spread the
you get
love, man. Spread the love and positivity.
any day you get a little kiss from your
Hated it.
Fuck out of here. No, I ain't trying to watch no General Hospital. God. No, you know it was gonna happen, you know what I mean? But I don't think she's a heel, you know what I mean? And you got people, MDD or DMD or SDS or STD, whatever, you know what I mean? Like
Wait, what?
she she shouldn't, you know what I mean? She shouldn't be saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like she should be a heel. Like leave that to once you're a face. You know what I mean? You have people sharing on you. It's just kind of odd, like you know what I mean? Like the fans behind you when you're a heel. You know what I'm saying? So
It's definitely
it's
I
different
don't.
weird.
nowadays.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just different. I mean, kudos to them. Good seeing that. I mean, fast forward from that man leaving the AEW, hopping on the Impact Wrestling, bringing out the hits. First thing to pop off. Let's talk about it. El Cheech, Impact. What you got, homie?
There was a few things. You know, you had start out with I like how they bring out Ian Riccaboni. You know, to call the matches. You know, Jonathan Gresham against Deanna Purrazzo's husband. I don't remember his name,
Steve
Macklin.
Macklin. Yeah.
And you know what I mean, it was a good match, you know what I mean, for what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like they they gave him time, to show his, do his thing. Of course, you know what I mean, now also, you know what I mean, you had the return in ring on TV of one Charlie Haas, against Josh Alexander. You know what I'm saying? He held his own, I believe. Unfortunately, after that match, he had a concussion. But
It was a
I
good
think
match. I enjoyed that one.
he, the Duke was still put on, and it was dope how it's kind of sad, but at the same time, they acknowledge his run in ROH now that they got that, working relationship. You could see that they were literally the world's greatest team, you know what I mean? And they went through everybody. And that was kind of cool to, seeing him in there. I don't know, Moose, you know what I mean, holding it down. It's going to be him against Morrissey at Sacrifice. So, you know what
Can't
I
wait
mean?
for that.
That's so dope. You saw, I guess, Mark Cardona challenging Jordan Grace, you know what I mean, for that belt. What is it, the digital belt?
The digital media belt.
Digital media belt. I thought that was kind of dope because, us that we go to the indies, we used accustomed to see, you know, dude, man, fight women, you know what I mean, in a wrestling match. And most of the time, they're the sleepers, you know what I mean? Like, you don't get to see that on TV,
No,
you
you
know what I
don't.
mean? And the fact that Impact is gonna go forward with it, you know what I mean? Even though, of course, they did it with Tessa and Callahan, but I don't think it was the right time. When was the right time? I don't know, but I'm saying like the type of, Callahan, Tessa, it wasn't too believable. You know what I'm saying? Over here, Jordan Grace looked like she could hold her own. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it makes a little, little sense. Of course, you got the rumblings from, the Bullet Club popping, you know what I mean, coming through, you know. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying. The Impact to me, it looks solid this week. You know what I mean. It was a solid show. You know what I mean. And of course the Iconics, you know what I mean. They still there. So there was rumors saying that um, uh, they reached to them to see if they want to be in the Rumble, and they turned it down. How true that was, who knows? But
That's
good for them, you know what I mean, to hold the stuff. But yeah, Impact is you know what I mean, is doing their thing, and hopefully, you know, this week after this week, you know what I mean, it'll be talking more about Impact, and you know, in a different light, you know.
Oh, for sure. Like I said it like a few weeks ago. Like Impact is definitely a force to be reckoned with. I mean, they've been around this long, this
So
long.
right here, I believe this was they looking at the balcony, right? The guys from ROH.
Yeah, it was
Oh yeah,
OGK, PCO, Maria,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The other
basically
guy.
talking their shit, and Impact's finally starting to defend himself and fight back against the ROH crew. So I think that's going to be a pretty cool thing. Even though we all say that we're sick and tired of seeing 6 men, 10 man tags. I mean, I think this one will be better than all the other shows that keep doing the same shit over and over again every week.
I don't need no tag match. I don't need y'all to be tagging nobody in. If y'all won't fight, just fight. Fuck all that. Fuck all
Like
that
when
tag.
no holds barred type deals.
Yeah, yeah, no, damn all that tag. Like if y'all really want to grasp these viewers, this is what y'all need to do.
You're goddamn right.
If,
But
if it
that's
is if it is gonna be a 5-on-5 situation, what have you, whatever. Like no tags. Like let them boys square up. Let them boys knuckle up. Like if you're gonna do
so
it,
what this. Hey, what's the Willie Mack
Willie
and this
McIntyre.
guy have on? The fuck? They about to go play basketball, football? What are they doing?
They got on the football jersey with basketball shorts.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he don't know what he's doing. He don't.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
That's almost like how Public Enemy and ECW would dress back in the day. They would kind of wear similar gear like that, and that's how they would come out.
Yeah, rest in peace, Paul Gimini. The tag team that is.
Yeah.
Yo, moving on from Impact, SmackDown said some outlandish shit.
Yo, outlandish.
Out,
They were in Tennessee, right?
they were in Nashville, Cashville, Tennessee. Yeah.
I think. Do you mean something like this?
WWE legend. Summer Rae Wolf. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You not just gonna sit there and act like you ain't say WWE legend?
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
Oh my
Man,
god.
You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy.
first time I saw that, I retweeted and looked back at him like, who the fuck is tweeting for them? Like, I just don't get it.
No, that wasn't no tweet.
They didn't tweet it. That was said on
But I'm
live
saying like it was
TV.
put everywhere else too. I mean, I know I seen it on TV, but it's like nobody even like bothered to even correct it. Like if somebody would have made a
There
mistake,
was
like,
nothing correct. They already said it. It was
but you know what I'm
somebody else
saying
that
though?
put it.
Like if Vince would have, if somebody would have did that shit back in the day, they would have got fired for that immediately. Like Vince didn't take no shit from nobody back then. No
Listen,
mistakes.
no, listen.
They
That man,
control the narrative.
he said that. He was in the background like a gorilla. Hey, say WWE legend, damn it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
WWE legend?
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah. This is a legend, you could say. You know what I mean? He popped up. You know what I mean? To me, that was kind of dope. They were in his hometown. You know what I mean? But
He went from there to GCW. I mean, the dude's been all
yeah.
over the place this whole week.
But this shit right here, yo, what the fuck?
I still don't think that was Vince that said that. I mean, there had to be somebody else, like another producer.
Bruh, listen.
Bruce Pritchard?
Bruce, it don't matter. Somebody underneath him said, say this. This is what we want you to say. And they only said that to hype up the Rumble. I don't know. Who knows? It could have been Ja Rule. Maybe he said that.
Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this, nigga? This is ridiculous.
But at the end of the day, that's what came out their mouth, and they tweeted it. Not only did they tweet it on WWE. They tweeted on WWE on Fox. It was on the IG post. It's too late. It's out there now. It's no shade to Summer Rae at all. I mean, but she's a legend. But let's talk about her accolades. Anybody?
Yo,
Anybody?
wait. Oh yeah. Um.
Oh, that's right. She hasn't won a goddamn championship, but we called her a legend. But moving on. Moving on. And it's nothing against Summer Rae. Like, I love Summer Rae when she was in there. But, I just don't think
She looked great. That was about it.
she looked good. Like, I like that hairdo on her. Like, she looked
Not
good.
Jade
Once,
good, not Jade good, but she was all right.
once they said that, you know what I mean? Because they're just probably bringing it for the Rumble. But I'm pretty sure once she heard that, she all.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Yeah.
Summer Rae to the WWE Hall of Fame confirmed.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Confirm.
We also had this go on. We had Madcap going up against Kofi, Biggie.
I'm done with those guys. Like, I'm
Yo,
sorry, I
yo,
can't.
I'm gonna tell you this, Matt Cap. Ah, man, that's a horrible gimmick to be given to, and that dude goes out
He a
night
beast
in,
though.
night out, and he's killing it. And
He's a
he's been around. Yeah, he's around for a reason. And like he's annoying, you know what I mean? But that's part of his gimmick. And then
He's
with
getting paid to be
Corbin,
good at doing that shit.
no, and that's the thing. That's the beauty about it. And that's where you see them people. They'll get rewarded in the long run because they stood. You know what I mean?
it's a
The,
10
the
toes down.
ten toes down. Yeah, not no red rooster. You know what I mean? Top of there, like could have been something out. Chicken fillet and all this shit. But man, oh okay, watch out, it's Wade coming. Hey, wait
No,
man.
but no, I feel it. They basically gave him shit and he made chicken salad with it. I mean,
Hmm.
he's definitely he holding down the character. Don't get me wrong, like it's the most horrible character to be given. Like I hate it every time he's on TV, but the point is it's for you to hate him. So if you're hating him, I think he's doing what he's supposed to do. But at the end of the day, um, seeing Big E pop up on SmackDown, even though he's on Raw, I don't know, bro. I'm gonna leave that alone. Then you had this exchange. Of course, you had the ones out there with Roman. No slip up, no slip up this week. But we had Rollins out there, making a point, and he actually. Oh, in the wrestling world, they wet their pants, they bust a nut everywhere. Oh my gosh.
Because remember WWE wasn't accustomed to do that. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they said that's why it's a big deal because it's WWE. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There was always in house. They never mentioned anybody else accolades or name. And the fact that he, brings him up, by Mox, you know what I mean? Of course, it was a big deal what I mean? And the fact that, they running with the storyline, the shield, which I thought is dope. It just the way everything just came about. It just kind of rushed up on, you know what I mean? And uh, a little, disconnect, but I mean, it's the match is gonna be a banger. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a banger. But yeah, you know what I mean? Everybody was all moist for, that name drop real quick.
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of dope if Moxley did jump over for the Royal Rumble and they just did the whole little fist to fist pose type deal just for a brief minute, just to, for shits and giggles. But, I'm not saying it's going to be a match where they're all going to reunite anytime soon or anything like that because they all work for different companies. But I think
But
it'd just
how
be
is that
kind of cool if
gonna
they
work?
took a picture.
How would it work? Because that's the thing. They got a match. I will understand if it was at the Rumble, he come out in the Rumble. Well, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins not in the Rumble. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't think they're gonna put somebody else to bring them in. I don't know. The other person that perhaps kind of changing a little story on you gotta this one. A lot of people not seeing this, but to me this storyline, what I mean, it been brewing for a minute. You had this match. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Naomi in the background, but this right here, what I mean, this has been you talk about storyline on the low. Nobody talking about that, but we're gonna give it the proper respect because Naomi is that bitch. You know what I mean? All right, Jay, take note. You know what I mean? Naomi, and that's you know what I mean in that storyline. It's awesome. I don't know if y'all saw the exchange page also had with what's her name again? Oh,
Sonya
Sonya.
Deville.
Sonya. You know, remember Sonya and Mandy and Paige? You know what I mean? Absolution. I like that. It was brief, but they have that storyline. What if one Paige that you know what I mean? She could handle. I mean, she could handle a lot of you know what I mean, like weight. You know what I mean? And
If she comes back at the Royal Rumble and
she
does
could you know
whatever.
what I mean? She could hold it down. You know what I mean? And if Paige do come back, you know what I mean? And like that will be one way to bring her back as the storyline. You know what I mean? Because she it ain't like she haven't dealt with two. I mean, she haven't dealt with two. You know what I'm saying? With two people in the problem. You know what I'm saying? At the same time. You know what I'm saying?
I can rock with that. I heard everything you said. I agree with that, but I do not appreciate the Jade slander. Okay, so we just gonna act like I ain't
No,
hear you say.
it just keep it facts. She gotta take note because Naomi is that bitch. Come on, feel the
No,
glow.
she is. She is. She is. She is. It's
Hell
beautiful.
yeah. But
Um,
right here, huh?
Naomi's
Go
been
ahead.
getting shit on for a minute, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Exactly. So right there, keep building, keep building. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to pick our Rumble picks, I guess. You know what I'm saying? We get in there. It's about that time. But I would love Naomi, you know, to be back in that stage. You know what I mean? But like this, guys, when y'all saw this again, where y'all looking forward to this? If Eric Bishop's gonna stick around, can we have him as a general manager,
I,
or y'all could care less?
I mean, he's already done all that before, and then what would you do with Adam Pearson and Sonya Deville then if he was the GM then? I mean, is it just going to be like a three-people team, kind of like they have a three-man booth in the front when they're doing announcing and shit? I mean, is it going to be like that?
I can honestly care less. And don't get me wrong, I I love Eric Bischoff. I mean, he's at the beginning of the damn intro. But I I honestly Eric Bischoff in the authority figure role, we've seen it. We've seen it numerous times. It's not something that we haven't seen before, and it's not something that we're never gonna that we're never gonna see again. I mean, I would love to see him back, but as an authority figure, I have to see how it plays out because if it's going to be anything previous to what we had, then I'm cool.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like my thing is, you know what I mean? The fact with
Yeah.
what's that? The fact with yeah, what was I saying?
No, we're talking
No,
about Eric Bischoff as a
oh,
authority.
Eric Bishop. Okay, 'cause, WWE always had that you know what I mean, authority figure. You know what I mean? They haven't really gone away from that. The different thing that is just they haven't been calling them general managers because what are they? You know what I'm saying? So I don't. I think Eric Bishop being on TV, it'll be money as an advisor, and like he trying to scheme his way back in. ECE, sleazy E. You know what I
I'm
mean?
with
And I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna have, you know what I mean, bring your general managers back. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Just some you could do some other ways. You know, storylines. It just I don't know. But yeah, Lesnar or Lashley. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We won't go back. We gotta go straight with the. You know what I mean? Lashley, Lashley, Lashley.
Listen, first of all, shout out to Matt Daddy. Make sure y'all following homie. He dropping episodes every single week talking about football, talking about wrestling. You can always check out his page. Check him out on YouTube. But yeah, like my man LG said, it's Lashley. I'm going with Lashley, for one reason and one reason only. This match should have been happened. I'm glad that we waited on it, but I'm gonna be real. If Lashley does win this match, if he wins this match, we got to run this match back at Mania. And
bro, not this year.
Why
man,
not?
It's up. Nah, man.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
And right now, the you know, the cards were already set. It was going to be Lesnar versus Roman. Unless they do something crazy, that thing like, yo, we got lightning in a bottle, we got to go with this. And that's I know, but that's the thing. We see it, but would they see it? You know what I mean? That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, Lashley, to me, should win that belt. Have Lesnar go after, you know what I'm saying? I mean, got Lashley get the belt, have Brock go after Roman, and then Lashley go against Big E when Big E wins the Rumble. If that happens, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, okay, Mike and Angelo, who you got? And this question was presented by Matt Daddy Presents. Matty Daddy Presents. Make sure y'all follow him. But who you got? You got Lashley or Lesnar?
Well, I'm looking at my cheat sheet right now and betting I'd say it's going to be Lesnar.
No, damn the betting odds. Who do you got?
I want Lashley to win, but I just don't see it happening because it's just not there.
Okay.
I think they're going to keep Lesnar again just because. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Listen, at the end of the day, Seth Rollins was supposed to be the one walking around with the WWE Championship. He was supposed to be the one that won at day one, but of course, due to that bitch Roman Reigns couldn't show up, and of course, Lashley already said when he got there, like, hey, yo, like y'all not just about to have me come up here and just show up. Like, listen,
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
So that's how we end up with him as a WWE champ. But I mean, at the end of the day, if we do get Lesnar retaining, I say we run it back and put these boys inside of a fight pit, octagon, cage type situation into their element. You got a guy who fought in Bellator. You got a guy who fought in UFC. Catch a UFC championship. He already called in Lashley Mr. Me Too and everything like that. Bobby who? So
have you heard MVP doing his thing too? You know what I mean? He will on a podcast. He's talking his shit too. You know what I mean? Like, Lesnar's not about that life, blah blah. And Bobby who? You see this guy working now? Bobby who? You know what I'm saying? Every time he hit the bags, Bobby who? Lifts the weights, Bobby who? You know what I'm saying? That motivation. And to me, like, if they, this is coming this week on Saturday. They could have built so much from this. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks. It kind of seems it's going to be short term, but if as y'all will know, it's the rumor, the Saudi Arabia show. So they're gonna go big. Elimination Chamber. Can it be a quick switch of belts? You know what I mean? Let's see. But I just hope they do my boy Bobby Lashley right. You heard?
Yeah, do Bobby Lashley right. In WWE 2K22, y'all changed that man rating from a 91 to a damn 99. That man held it down. How in the hell is Rey Mysterio a 95 and Lashley is a 91? It's beyond me. But moving on, let's talk about GCW, and then we're going to get to these predictions, bro. We're going to get these predictions. So, GCW popped off this past Sunday, yesterday. I mean, because we're recording today on Monday. If you listen to the podcast, I mean, yeah, GCW popped off on Sunday. The world on GCW. Debuting at the Hempstein Ballroom out there in New York City. Sold out. 2,500 people in attendance, bruh.
Supposedly the biggest in that place.
Supposedly, but if it is, so be it. The place looked packed. if y'all had some sound issues watching it on Fight, sucks to be you. Should have got the other stream, but
Got links. Always
yeah.
do.
But listen, the fact that they were able to pull this show off was a testament to the grind that GCW has been on. But there's some mixed
And the
reviews.
loyal fans, they got some loyal fans.
Yeah, they got some loyal, musty ass fans because my homeboy Spanish guy was out there at the show, and Spanish said, "Look, there's some musty motherfuckers in there." But I like the fact that they were able to pull this show off. Mixed reviews. Some people loved it, other people hated it, other people thought it was down the middle. So let's just go ahead and put it out there. Honest takes on GCW, starting off with Mikey Angelo.
Well, I didn't see the beginning of the show, so I came in around, what was it, the Cardona match, and his buddy Brian Myers, his lifetime best friend, whatever you want to call him, did the edge spot from ECW's One Night Stand, where he came on with the motorcycle helmet and the black leather trench coat gimmick. So yeah, I mean, that was pretty dope. I enjoyed that. A little throwback to some ECW fame, because that's pretty much where they shot those One Night Stands. That was at the Hammerstein.
Yeah.
I run it.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, running real quick. By the way, remember this name, Dante Leon. This kid is gonna be something. This kid is from Texas, my boy. This dude, he did. I couldn't find the clip, but he was in the pre-show, and he did this move. Oh my God, man! Look for it, man. The dude is gonna be a problem.
You
But
talk about the move when he came off the top rope and hit him with the cutter.
yes, eso mismo, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was ill. You know what I mean? But just going real quick. Of course, they started. You know what I mean? I believe they started the show with the Let me see. I don't have the clip, but it was. You know what I'm saying? They had the brass ring. To catch the brass ring, you had PCO. Um, you had some other people that I don't remember their name. Jimmy Floyd, Tony Deppen, uh, Oliver, but Leo Rush was supposed to be in that match, but obviously, I believe, Jonathan Gresham had some travel issues and he couldn't make it, so they switched up. So Leo Rush took his spot. So instead, we had my boy AJ Gray pop up. You know what I'm saying, and take that last spot.
Yeah,
Even
because
though,
wasn't
huh?
AJ? Didn't AJ challenge Eddie Kingston?
No, that's the thing. There was a lot of things that didn't go. You know what I mean? Everything was shift. Exactly. Yeah, it was supposed to be Eddie Kingston against things. So that's one thing. The original card, there was a lot of moving. You know what I mean? Parts. But AJ Gray, I don't think we have it. But oh yeah, we do. He
That
took a
just looks like
nasty
it hurt
fall.
like a motherfucker, man.
He took a
Wow.
nasty fall, man, and he got up and he actually ended up winning. You know what I mean? So big up to that. The other match, it was a straight fire. It was straight lucha. You know what I mean? We had Team Gringo Loco with Demonic Flamita, Ares against Bandido, Laredo Kid, and ASF. I don't know what to stand for, but the little dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could move. You know what I'm saying? This match right here was a straight banger. You know what I mean? There's another part that everybody was on Gringo Loco and Bandido. Yo, Gringo Loco is one strong motherfucker. He
Yeah,
had two people on top of him, and they were just, you know what I mean, doing the thing. They even got money thrown at them. The only thing I could tell the match was rushed, as the whole card was.
yeah, yeah.
There was it was kind of like done there. You could kind of see Gringo Loco, which I will be asking him soon. Stay tuned. How he felt about that, because I don't think that was the way the match should have finished. You know what I mean? You could see like he wasn't around and they were kind of rushing him out. You know what I mean? Then you had this match. I never thought that I wanted to see it or whatever. Effie versus Jeff Jarrett. I had
Okay, I did see
somebody,
that one then.
yeah, speak on that match.
I mean, Effie is just one hell of a wrestler. He's got one hell of a personality. But I didn't see him
Question,
win.
question. Does the fishnets bother you?
I don't give a fuck either way. It's his gimmick.
I love it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, he does what he wants to do. I mean, he's got to stand out amongst everybody else. I mean, there's a lot of other guys that do probably way more extreme shit than he does. So I didn't see him
Yeah.
winning the match though, just because it's Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Flip
Definitely.
him
And
in the head. I
no,
mean, you had to expect the guitar in the head spot. I mean, that's just what
but
he
tell
does.
me the fact that Jeff Jarrett was on SmackDown, you know what I mean, the day before, 2 days before,
Well, he
to be
doesn't.
able to have a show, you know what I mean, that like that you wouldn't be able to see that, you know what I'm saying, before. So to me, that make that kind of, you know what I mean, put like whoever didn't know that Jeff Jarrett was about to wrestle, you know what I mean, through social media, we're like, what? Yeah, but he was here. He's gonna come over here,
That's the good
like,
thing
you know what I mean?
about that's the good thing about not having a contract. You can do whatever the fuck you want. If somebody says, "Hey, I'll pay you this to come here," then you do this the next night, then whatever. You got the time to make
No,
the flights and do this
ain't
and
Jeff
that.
Jarrett an agent? Or he's not an agent anymore? I thought he was still
No,
an agent. Hmm.
Nah, nah,
no,
that was
he's
good.
just
Okay.
doing his own thing now. He goes
Nah,
wherever.
nah, I
No,
liked
okay.
it. I liked it. First of all, I don't know why Jeff Jarrett was dressed like Kurt Angle when Kurt Angle was a part of the Shield, but that's another story. Uh, but I will say that this was good for Effie. I mean, another notch underneath the belt. I mean,
Yeah.
going up against a Hall of Famer, WWE Hall of Famer, a legend inside the game. I
The
mean,
king of the mountain.
co-founder of TNA Wrestling. Like this guy has his his legacy is deep, and you got the chance to go over with someone that has a deep legacy. Yeah, I always say, when people go up against legends and they don't win it, it's not so much the match itself that people remember. It's the person that picked up the W. I think people are going to remember this match. They are.
I mean, Effie
Um,
got over regardless. I mean, he got over
well,
regardless.
Effie's been over. I mean, Effie's been over
Mm.
for years.
Bro,
For
you follow
years.
and you watch his Twitch, that dude goes in and he funny, you know what I mean, on Twitch and shit, you know what I mean? So that was a match. But this match, you know what I mean, right here. This match right here, the one thing I like, because if y'all saw the little vignettes, you know what I mean, like even when Soho, became a free agent, the runaway, like she wouldn't know where she was going. But the same thing that with Alley Cat, it seems like everywhere Ruby Soho went through, Alley Cat was, you know what I mean, had to go to the same place. So at the end, you know what I mean, that's how Alley Cat ended up in that, wall that says Soho. So right there, she realized that all her career she was following that one person that she needed to face, which it was Ruby Soho. So I like the way they told that story. For Alley Cat, you know what I mean, we seen her grow, you know what I'm saying? Um, by the way, the yacht, the yacht, her gear, the body, you guys, that she was wearing, what she was wearing,
Oh,
Alley Cat.
hell no, that shit don't bother me at all.
Okay,
I'm,
all right,
I'm cool.
yeah,
Everything fit in the right places, so that's all that
yeah,
matters.
exactly. But you know what I mean, the match, you know what I mean, it was good. You know what I mean, like they did their thing, and Alley Cat, you know what I mean, she's known, you know what I mean, even more now, you know what I mean, because she got the rub, let's say, and let's see where if Ali Cat, you know what I mean, gets signed or something, because a lot of people might know, but she does live in Cleveland, you know what I mean, and even though she hates it, but she lives in Cleveland, so
I
we're
think
gonna
most
rep
people
for that.
do, and it's because of the weather. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, that was definitely, you know what I mean, a good, you know what I mean, a good match. But going back to this one, you know what I mean, you had this match. Um, when I say this match was a clusterfuck. It was a clusterfuck. It was a lot of moving pieces, you know what I mean? Everybody and their mama, you know what I mean? We had one X Pac pop up, you know what I'm saying? To me, that was dope, you know what I mean? Looking at him, rocking the ones, you know what I mean? And that was dope, you know what I mean? The fact that you know that happened when you got Brian Myers pop up, you got Hornswoggle pop up. You had Sabu pop up. Oh, that was later. But you know what I mean? Everybody, you know what I mean, came up in that match. You know what I mean? And there was some swerve. You know what I'm saying? You thought Cardona's wife was gonna turn on him, but he ended up having something in his crotch. Like, oh my god, what's going on? You know what I mean? But they
That's the good thing about this whole show. I mean, it felt like organic. It didn't feel forced like, the other shows that have been around for years, and even
the,
if they haven't
the
been around for years, it just felt kind of organic and it wasn't forced.
yeah, the only problem was just the time consumption. You know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like they were rushing shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, one thing Mark Cardona know how to do is to promote. You know what I'm saying? And he did a lot of things and made the match somewhat like, even though in his own head it was like a big deal. They even, he had the, what I mean, somebody where if Matt Cardona wins, we riot. You know what I'm saying? Like taking a little, from back in the day. That was kind of dope. You know what I mean? One thing too, it was the crowd was there, but there were some times that it was felt dead. You know what I'm saying? Like it should have been more hype. You know what I'm saying? The music that they played, that was, what I mean, a lot of music that people know, and that makes you, invested. You know what I mean? In that match for real.
I
You
do
know?
like how Effie came out to some Elton John though. That was just fucking
Hold
perfect,
up.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
It
That's
just
money. That's
felt it
why he
just
said.
felt great to hear that. Like I like
Yeah,
all
that's
that old
the thing.
old school music.
Yeah, yeah, it was definitely dope, you know what I mean? And then of course, you know what I mean, you had the, the co-main event. One John Moxley coming back from his stint in rehab, against Homicide, you know what I mean, in his backyard. I actually thought Homicide was gonna take it.
Bro, I did
And
too. I
yeah,
wanted I wanted it to be homicide to take it.
It would have been
Like
nice because, Homicide doesn't really, belong to anybody right now. I don't think he is signed to AEW. Isn't he just in there whenever? He pops up on whatever show gives him money, basically. So he can. It would have probably made more sense for him to be the champion for GCW than Moxley because Moxley just came back to AEW. So why the fuck would they have him be the champion there? I don't know.
I
yeah,
mean,
might be something different, you know what I'm saying? Like, something bigger, I guess. You know what I mean? Let's hope.
I mean,
But
the fact that because part of me wanted him to win. I mean, he had just got inducted into the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame the day before on the Saturday.
that
So
was dope.
so I thought good storytelling to me would have been for him to win a GCW championship. I mean, he got, excuse me, he got someone that's actually going to be there, on a consistent basis. Because GCW can drop two to three shows per month if they wanted to, and Mock's not going to be able to come to all those shows. I mean, I understand what they're doing by putting the bet on Mox. It's advertisement. You got a guy, former WWE, current AEW, both former champions in both companies. Yeah, it's a draw. You're going to draw people in because of the face and the weight on the name. But at the same time, I kind of feel like that, and this has been like the theme to me. They kind of pulled away to what got them to the dance. You know what I'm saying? Which was all these upstarts, all these indie guys putting on great matches, great shows, and things like that. And they kind of zoned in and focused in on people that had no notoriety to their name, that had more of a more weight to it to promote this card. But honestly, I could have done, and it's no knock the Mox, but I would have been happy if Homicide was to take that belt because I know that he would have been able to defend it more. and he would have been able to be there a lot more. Plus, Homicide going over Mox. What did I just say earlier? It's not the match that they remember; it's a person who wins. So if Homicide would have won that match, another notch underneath the belt, name would have gained some. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to say before, you hit on somebody that been gone for quite some time due to injury. I was happy to see him. One, Mance Warner. You know what I mean? Mance Warner popped up. It was, give him a shout out how, people been helpful. Next to Atticus Cougar came out in, 4410, OH, Ohio, popped up. And then, you had Justin come out and, big old scramble. Of course, you see Sabu pop up. So it was great seeing Mance Warner pop up. Um, One thing I would say, the main event, I do not have no slide for it, but it was
You
the
don't need a
Briscoe
slide.
brothers.
It was them
It was
boys.
the Briscoe boys in an open challenge. Of course, one of the reasons I ordered this pay-per-view, it was because of the Briscoes, and I thought the FTR was gonna pop up, and goddamn, I was fucking disappointed.
Wrong.
Damn, was I wrong? When I see Tremont pop up, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this? So once I saw Tremont, there was only one person in my mind that was gonna come behind him. Just one person.
MDK all
Oh,
fucking day.
the King MDK, Nick Cage. My dude popped up. Nick Cage and Cage are two different people. Bro, the silence, you could see the people come in, swarm them, and it was like, wow.
Huge pop. Just a huge
It
pop.
felt, it was awesome. And then the bell rang. Fuck you, GCW, for that bullshit. Fuck you. Man, I was so pissed. And the match, it was obviously they were running out of time. The match, I don't know if it was a botch. We shall see in a few days. Not even. It's probably up already. The count was too fast. The match didn't make no sense. Um, I don't know. It left a bad taste in my mouth. Pause.
Yeah, definitely pause on that. Listen, I'm gonna be, if I could be serious for a moment. I was pissed that they rushed this match, but yes, time restrictions. They had to be at the building at 11. New York don't play. Like they had to be gone. Also, pay per view got to be gone by a certain time. To whoever took up all the time for the main event to be this short,
Your mom's a hoe.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. If you don't like it, come see me. There was no need for a slide. The match was that short. Like I want to say the match was like 7 minutes, if that, maybe less.
I knew.
Oh,
The ending was trash.
no,
That's
the
what I'm
ending
gonna
was
say.
trash, but I'll put it this way: I didn't even have enough time to put out a tweet. Like I'm literally getting ready to put out a tweet, and literally the match is over with. Like, yes, I'm happy that Nick Gage returned back to GCW. He took some time to get himself right, get his mental right, get himself, ready and healthy and all that stuff. But I felt like, they could have gave my man a little bit more time. They could have.
Hell yeah.
I kind of feel like that, at the end of the day, they're gonna have to run this back because that count scene kind of rushed. They were talking about it last night on Fightful. Shout
But,
out.
but then again, what it seems to be the sign of the AEW bound, right? New
Mhm.
Japan bound.
Yeah,
For them to lose the belts abruptly like that,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Something had to give. Then again, the Dynamite's gonna be here in the land. You know what I'm saying? We will have one correspondent on site. Um,
A beach break in the middle of winter in Cleveland.
yeah, that was kind of odd, but the fact that they come in here, can we see the arrival of them boys? You know what I'm saying? This Wednesday, it's a possibility.
I think it's a big possibility. We can definitely see it. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah,
Man.
but it was crazy. But overall, GCW they accomplished something. They were at the Hamilton Ball and Hall, and big up to them. But let's go into this Rumble picks. You know what I mean?
All right.
2022 Royal Rumble.
All
You
right.
know what I mean? So what I'm saying, like for the women's Royal Rumble, who do you have taking it home,
Go ahead,
my
Mike
man?
Angelo. Who you got? Who you got winning the women's?
Casanova.
I'm gonna say, I mean, usually when I'm doing this like with friends, we usually pick like the top three because there's like 30 fucking people in there. So
Just
if I'm
one.
just going with one, then I'm using my cheat sheet and I'm saying Bianca Belair.
Okay.
Okay. What about you, JT? Who you got?
I am going with Naomi.
Ooh, I like it.
It
I
could
like
always be
it.
Ronda Rousey or Paige. I mean, since those two are supposed to be coming back, who the fuck knows?
You already picked.
Yeah, no, it's only one.
Who you got,
There's only
LT?
one Highlander.
Shut up. Man, I'm gonna have to go with Lita, man. I think Lita against Charlotte, man. I think that's a move.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna go with the light skinned sister, with the fake titties.
All right, for the men, who you got, El Cheech?
Woo, man, fudge. Um, damn, that's kind of a toss up. Cause I'm not picking Biggie, although that seems to be, what I mean, like somebody that could benefit off of that. But I'm just gonna go on a limb, like crazy. I'm gonna pick somebody that perhaps nobody's gonna pick. I'm gonna go with Damien Priest.
Yo. Okay. One time for the
Boricua en la casa.
Boricua. Hey. who you got, Mr. Casanova?
Well, I pay attention to shit online a lot, so there was supposedly a list that was like leaked, and AJ Styles was the one that they said that was supposed to be the number one guy, but then again they said it was fake. So I don't know. I kind of want to go with Brock Lesnar.
We wanna go. I want your attention. I don't want you to cheat. I want your decision. Who
But
you
cheating's
got?
fun, especially when it comes to picks. But no,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
seen.
say it's gonna be Lesnar. A bullshit win.
How? So you think Lesnar's gonna
Over Ronda
lose against Lashley?
I
and
thought he
win the
entered
Rumble?
anyway, didn't he?
Nah.
How he gonna enter?
I'm not sure who
What?
exactly who entered, so then I'll change that. I don't know. I don't know everybody that entered. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I didn't. Fuck it. I'll go with almost then.
Okay. You gonna go with almost?
Okay, first of all, ain't nobody talking while I'm talking, so shut the fuck up.
So if I'm gonna go ahead and throw my pick out there, I'm gonna go ahead and lay it out on the line. I'm gonna go with KO. Nobody's been
Okay.
shitted on him more this year than KO. Okay. I'm going with Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens deserves a WrestleMania moment. I don't think it'll be Big E. I think Big E get his retribution. No pun intended. Speaking of that, free Ali. But I think it's time for Kevin Owens to get that moment. I think it's time for him to go ahead and definitely win this Rumble and possibly main event WrestleMania. So I'm going Big E. That's my story. and I'm sticking to it. But y'all got to free Ali. Uh, go ahead and put that up. I have a message that is bigger than my dreams in pro wrestling. Despite my best efforts, I will not be able to deliver this message while working with WWE. Therefore, I'm requesting my release, and they denied it. Yo, listen,
No, no, no.
not today, not in my house. Listen, if the man don't want to be there, let him go. Let him go.
Yeah, but once you become a problem, you start posting shit online, they're going to make your life miserable till that contract is up, unless they decide to let him out.
Yeah, but still, let him go. Let him
They
go.
made what was it, Cross before he left Impact. They made him fucking miserable up until the contract was pretty much up and he got to go to WWE.
I mean, yeah, I
But that was
understand.
different. There was some legal things behind
Yeah,
that.
that's big time different, but still, I say let the man go, let him go be happy. Wherever you want to be at, let him do that. But hey, if y'all want to sit there and hold the man hostage to his contract, go ahead. I mean, it is what it
That's
is, but
people
yeah.
get pissed, they get that, typing instead of just taking a deep breath and like just let it all out. No, but you're gonna get on the Twitter machine, what I'm saying, and get attention. And you see how stuff like that usually ends, what I mean? But real quick, one surprise entrant from each one of you. You know what I mean? Who you got?
Surprise wise, I'm gonna go with uh let's go with somebody from Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
Uh, surprise wise, if they do it on the female side, I am going to say Tasha Steeles.
Ooh. Ah, okay. That's for the woman. What about the men?
For the men, Petey Williams. Nah, I can't do that because he actually
He works there now.
yeah, he works there. My bad. So if I'm going with anybody, surprise wise, Moose.
Moose. Okay. What about you, Casanova?
I would say Kira Hogan for the ladies because I'd really like to see that. I think she's
Okay.
pretty dope as a female wrestler. She's been through a lot of shit, has a lot of accolades, and she's still growing in the companies that she appears in. As for the guys, I'm gonna say James Storm.
Ooh, like it. Well, I'm gonna go straight to the point so we could take it home. I'm gonna say Victoria and one guy that we just saw yesterday, Mr. Sean Waltman, X Pac.
Oh yeah, that's a given.
No, it's not no given. It's a given. He's gonna. Well, no, it's
How
kind of.
about it? I don't know, but now we'll see. But yo, you got the time, yo? What time is it?
What?
Thought is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B. Thought is real simple, B. It says wrap it up.
So I guess it's time for us to wrap it up. Lil, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching it. Whether you're watching us on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, what have you, thank you for listening to us on all these social platforms, whether it be Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Google. Look, you name it, we are there. But we got to leave y'all with these two PSAs per usual. Listen, first PSA. Too much negativity can have you unbalanced mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Spread more positive vibes. It takes very little to build someone up than it does to tear them down. Think about the logic inside that message. It can be as easy, okay? Easy breezy as definitely telling someone something good about themselves, or you can do this. You can go to whatamaneuver.net and purchase the positive vibes only apparel. Okay, that is available in, of course, tank tops, hoodies, V-necks. It is hoodie and sweater season. You ain't got to get it for you. Get it for someone that's going through something inside their life.
And
Maybe them,
Valentine's Day is coming up.
maybe them looking down at that apparel, seeing positive vibes down, can remind them to that life can go on and things will get better. positivity is the way to go when it does come to spread more positive vibes. Also, listen, COVID is still here. It has not gone anywhere. We're on the fourth rendition of, or the fifth rendition, I should say, of this remix. This remix is brought to you by DJ Drummer. So, with that being said, listen, the best way to combat COVID is very easy, okay? You have to make sure you follow this guideline. First and foremost, you have to wash your hands. But most importantly, wash your ass, okay? We talking about defeating COVID here, all right? Use soap, as the guy on the left would say. Chiefs, let these people know how you have to do this, Poppy.
Face to ass, not ass to face. I remember. Wash your hands.
Seriously though, people, stop being nasty. Use your deodorant. I mean, showers are the number one thing. We all need to do that every day. But deodorant is important, and making sure your teeth aren't smelling like rotten ass. Clean that breath, please. Breath mints, Banaka, whatever you got to do, just make sure it smells good.
Yeah, but on that note, wash your hands, wash your ass, use soap, face ass, not ass to face. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are out this piece. Peace.
Yeah!